Next lecture is binomial distribution. Here x is the discrete random variable. For this discrete random variable, we discuss in the binomial distribution. Let us see here. The random variable x is called the binomial random variable with the parameters p and n. Okay? The random variable x is called the binomial random variable with the parameters p and n, where p is called the success probability, n is called the number of independent Bernoulli trials. N is called the number of independent Bernoulli trials. If its probability density function is of the form, x is the binomial random variable. For this, probability density function is of the form f of x equal to ncx p for x into 1 minus p whole for n minus x. So p is success probability, 1 minus p is the failure probability. Okay, total probability equal to 1. So 1 minus success probability is nothing but 1 minus p. 1 minus p is failure probability. Okay, probability density function f of x equal to ncx p for x into 1 minus p power n minus x, where n equal x equal to 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on n up to n. Okay, also we write ncr, where r equal to small x, r equal to 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on n. Okay, where p is the probability of success. So the probability always in between 0 to 1. Okay, n is the number of independent Bernoulli trials. Okay, now we will denote the binomial random variable with the parameters n and p as we denote the binomial random variable which is distributed binomially. So binomial distribution with the binomial random variable is denoted the x approximately binomial bin n comma p, bin of n comma p, n is number of trials, p is success probability. Okay, sometimes we may write in the 1 minus p is equal to q, q is failure probability. Okay, see here another example. Is the density function is valid or not? Is the density function is valid density function or not? How to find is it valid or not? If so, total sum of is the density function is valid means it has two probabilities. First one is non-negative and second one is sum of the probabilities exactly equal to the 1. Okay, if f of x is greater than or equal to first probability, first property, and second one is total summation is exactly equal to the 1. Okay, so first properties always exist. Okay, first property is easy to see that. So p is greater than 0 and 1 minus p is greater than 0 and x is either equal to 0 or greater than 0, whatever it value. So this total value is always greater than or equal to 0. Okay, greater than or equal to 0. Okay, now so first one is proved automatically and second one is show that the sum is 1. If the total sum is equal to 1, so given density function is valid. Okay, so check it. Summation x equal to 0 to n ncx p for x into 1 minus p whole for n minus x. Okay, I'm extending that one. ncx p for x q for n minus x, suppose. Okay, is a binomial distribution. Binomial theorem states the suppose x plus 5 whole for n equal to nc0 x power n y for n minus 0, so n minus n. Next nc1 x power n minus 1 y for 1 and so on. That is summation x equal to r equal to 0 to n ncr x power n y for n minus x power r y for n minus r, in place of r here x. Okay, na? So that is p plus 1 minus 2 whole for n is binomial. Okay, na? Is binomial. So that is x plus y whole for n, which is equal to summation ncr x for r y for n minus r. So like this. Okay, so pp will be cancelled, only 1 for n, 1 for 1 value is always equal to the 1. Hence the given density function is the valid density function for the given binomial random variable x. Okay, see here one theorem is there. If x is a binomial random variable, the parameters p and n, then mean, variance and moment generating functions are respectively given by mean equal to np, variance equal to np into n 1 minus p, moment generative function equal to 1 minus p plus p into e40 whole power n. Sometimes we may replace 1 minus p by q. That is mean equal to np variance equal to NPQ. Moment generated function is q plus p into e power t whole power n. We have to show these three values. Okay, we can generate mean and variance whatever it moments can be generated by using the moment generating by differentiating and at t equal to 0. Okay, first we have to determine moment generative function, and then we should use moment generative function. We can generate the mean and variance. Okay, but see here, I will start to determine the first one, mean value. That mean is equal to ex, expectation of x equal to summation x belongs to range space x into f of x. F of x is a density function. Just I'm replacing the density function value. So ncx p for x into 1 minus p whole for n minus x. So ncx can be expand, that is n factorial by n minus x factorial into x factorial. So n factor can be written as n into n minus 1 factorial, and n minus x factor can be written as n minus 1 minus of x minus 1. Next x factorial I am writing x into x minus 1 factorial. Next x will be cancelled. Okay, here n and p term will be common term. Here I am writing p for x term is equal to the p for x minus 1 into p. Okay, see here, n into p is common term. Next summation x equal to 1 to infinity. Why x equal to 1 to infinity? If you are substitute x t equal to 0, that is 0 minus 1 is minus, negative factor is not exist. Okay, so that's why x equal to 1 to n. So this total term can be written as n minus 1 to c x minus 1. Okay, n minus 1 to c x minus 1, that is np into summation x equal to 1 to n minus 1 c x minus 1. Remaining term p for x minus 1 and 1 minus p for n minus 1 minus x minus 1. This is the second term. Okay, so the total is same binomial theorem. We can write p plus 1 minus p whole for n minus 1. The total value is np is the mean. Same similar we can determine the second mean, second moment, by replacing x by x square. E of x square equal summation x belongs to rx x square into f of x. Okay, you can compute same similarly, but you can expand ncx values n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 factorial. Next x factor can be written as x into x minus 1 into x minus 2 factor, and you should cancel x square term and remaining terms. So see here, I solved here. So x square, first of all you should write x square is equal to x into x minus 1 plus x. Okay, is it equal to x square or not? X square into x square minus x plus x will be cancelled, only x square. But you should write x square in place of x square is x into x minus 1 plus x. Okay, multiply this term, density function, you solve that. Okay, so second term is x into this term is mean. I want to solve only first term. That first term value is exactly equal to the, okay, see here, x into x minus 1, I am splitting the ncx value and density function value, p for x only. So just I am writing p for x is equal to p for x minus 2 into p for 2. Okay, and 1 minus p whole power. Okay, 1 minus 2 whole power n minus x. N minus x is nothing but n minus 2 minus of x minus 2. Okay, it simplifies. The simplification value is x n square p square minus np square plus np because of mean value. Okay, is the second moment. Next, variance is equal to second moment minus mean. That value is, you can substitute second moment and mean whole power to n square p square p square will be cancelled. Np minus n into p square, in these two terms np common. Next 1 minus p, that can be written as npq. So this is the variance. Okay, so this is also one procedure to determine mean variance and the third moment, fourth moment, whatever it moment. Okay, this is a general procedure, but you can generate this mean and variance and whatever it moment by using the moment generative function. It's a differentiation. It differentiate with respect to t and at t equal to 0. That are moments. So we already discussed in the previous lecture. Here I am calculating the moment generative function. So moment generative function is equal to mx of t or m of t equal to e of e for tx. Okay, So summation x equal to 0 to n e for tx f of x. Okay, so f of x value just I'm replacing here. Okay, so by the definition of expected value, summation x equal to 0 to n e for tx f of x. Okay na, that f of x is density function, just I'm removing density function value and splitting that. So e for tx, e for t whole for x, p for x, the two terms can be written as simply e for t into p whole for x. Okay, by binomial theorem we can write this total term is equal to p into e for t plus 1 minus p whole for n. So 1 minus p can be written as q sometimes, which is equal to q plus p into e for t whole power n. So this is also moment generative function, is the moment generative function. So alternatively we can determine mean variance water rate moment by using the moment generative function. See here, just I am giving the one example. So I solve the one first moment. So n equal to 1 is the nth general term, nth moment is e of x for n equal to nth derivation of m of t at t equal to 0. So n equal to 1 I am putting. So differentiate moment generative function is a moment generative function. So differentiate with respect to t, and after substitute t equal to 0. Okay. So the derivation is n into the total term into n power n whole power n minus 1, and e for t again differentiate. E for t derivation is e for t. Its coefficient is p into e for t. At t equal to 0, the total term is n into p. So I simplified the total. The total value is equal to np. And also determine second moment. I solved here second moment, differentiating again, and t equal to 0. Okay, so second derivative at t equal to 0. Okay, the second derivative is so like this u into v formula. At t equal to 0 you will get this total value. So variance equal second moment minus v mean square. If simplify that term you will get the np into 1 minus p. So this is the variance of the given binomial random variable x. Okay, see here I discussing two examples. First one is, what is the probability of rolling 2 sixes and 3 non-sixes in 5 independent cast of a pair die? What is the probability of rolling 2 sixes and 3 non-sixes in 5 independent casts of a pair die? Probability of rolling 2 sixes and 3 non-sixes. Number of trials is 5, n equal to 5. We require probability of getting 2 sixes. Okay, first, what is the probability of getting 1 6 by rolling a one single die is equal to 1 by 6. Okay, probability of getting a 6 is p equal to 1 by 6. Number of trials is equal to 5. Okay, here x is random variable. The random variable is binomial random variable. The number of success is in 5 independent of cast of a pair die is x is a binomial random variable. With probability of success is p equal to p and n equal to number of trials 5. So p equal to 1 by 6. But 2 sixes, 5 trials, we get the 2 sixes, that is nc2. Okay, probability of x equal to t equal to f of 2 equal to 5c2. It's the density function. The density function is p for 2 into success probability for 2 into 1 minus p whole for 5 minus 2. Here x equal to 2. Okay, x equal to, so simplify this, you will get the this total value. Okay, it is the same problem. So in the different version, see here, what is the probability of rolling at most 2 sixes, at most 2 sixes? The last one is exactly 2 sixes, 3 non sixes. But here rolling at most 2 sixes, at most 2 sixes, at most 2 sixes means at 0 6, at 1 6 and 2 sixes. That is p probability is x less than or equal to 2. Okay, number of trials 5, success probability equal to 1 by 6. So required probability is x less than or equal to 2. That is capital F of 2, distribution function. Okay, cumulative distribution function 2. Okay, f of 0, f of 1, f of 2. We should add these two terms. X less than or equal to, less than or equal to number of and the possibilities are x equal to 0, x equal to 1, x equal to 2. Should we add these three terms, that is nc0, nc1, nc2. So p for 0 and remaining density function. I calculated here 5 c 0, p of x equal to 0, 5 c 1, p of x equal to 5 c 2, p of x equal to 2. Okay na? So is the density function at x equal to density function equals to 1, density function x equal to 2. Substitute these three values. Okay, we get the 0 into 0.9577. 9577. Okay, is the complete lecture of the binomial distribution. Okay.